We are at it again with a decision between Tammy and Deliver Us from Evil. Which one should you choose?
Oh, we're going to get some help from Jim Ferguson. He has the inside scoop on both of these movies, and at the end, we'll let you decide. Here's Jim.
Something's happening out there. Something I don't understand.
Your investigation puts you and your family in danger.
I heard scratching noises under the floor in her room.
Scratching noises?
He makes you a target for the demonic.
Mommy.
Olivia Munn, who you may remember from the HBO series Newsroom, stars as Jen Sarsky, the wife of Eric Bana's character, whose love for her detective husband is tested when he drifts further into the darkness.
Is it true, Olivia, that the story is based on true events from a book written by Ralph Sarsky?
Yes, it's true. The movie is based on the true accounts of the NYPD officer Ralph Sarsky, who Eric Bana plays in the movie, and it's it's really intense because when you're on a set like that and you're doing a movie that's based on true stories, and this is the subject matter. It gets puts everybody a little bit
and
on.
Real people are there.
Yeah, and Ralph's there, and it does make things different when the actual real people are there.
Yeah, yeah. I read that when you got the part as Jen, Eric Bana's wife, he plays a New York City, of course, detective, Ralph, that you were pretty excited to work with Eric and Jerry Bruckheimer.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really excited when I got the call from my agents. You get a call that Bruckheimer wants you to be in his movie. Yeah. It was very exciting, and I'm a huge fan of Scott Derrickson, the director, who also did Exorcism of Emily Rose and Sinister, which were two really scary movies. And Eric Bana is an ultimate.
What a gentleman.
You got to meet him already.
I've interviewed him many times. Yeah.
The nicest guy, and that's what I think that he brings. What's so important? Why you need a man like him in a role like this, which is, it's because when you know Eric, what you know about him is that he's a father and a husband first, and that's what he brings so much heart
to the role. Yeah.
For sure.
Well, the scary movie Deliver Us from Evil is based on real events. It's an interesting cop mystery and R-rated horror film, and a good way to beat the summer heat. I gave it a B-.
The robber was 5'2", white, female.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone.
Freeze! Nobody move! Shoot!
She was super bossy.
Give me some pies! Give me some of the good pies! No screwing around!
That's your finger, though.
Is it?
You knocked over a topper, Jax?
Do you want some pies? You want pies?
Yes, please.
I feel like we're kind of getting somewhere, and under different circumstances, we'd probably be, good pals, like find like a hot tub or...
I actually have one in my apartment complex.
Fingers crossed, we meet up again.
Warner Brothers has to be happy with the box office results, ranking second and grossing $21.2 million over the weekend. Ben Falcone, making his directorial debut, also has a cameo role as Tammy's mean boss.
We wanted to show somebody who's, a likable person with a big heart, but who's sort of stuck in their life. I don't know if you know anybody like that, or I think we've all been through phases like that, where you just feel a little bit stuck and like you're not going anywhere. And we thought, well, what could we do to shock this person out of being stuck in their life and into making a change? And we thought, well, she could hit a deer on the way to work. Well, what if she
and wrecks her car?
Yeah, and then she wrecks her car, and then that causes her to be late again, and she gets fired. And but now she's coming home early, so she sees. So it just became this sort of. That was our idea. Was we wanted to shock Tammy into kind of waking up.
And that boss at Topper Jacks.
Yeah.
What a jerk
What a
he
jerk.
was.
What a jerk. He was a jerk to work with
You
as
got
well.
your wife to throw ketchup at you.
Oh, which I think she enjoyed. I
She
gotta be
enjoyed
honest.
that?
Oh,
Yeah,
I think so.
And all this leads to a unwanted road trip by
Right.
Tammy
Yeah.
with her grandmother. I mean, as a grandfather, it's so nice to see a comedy about granddaughter and grandmother taking this wild road trip together. That was unusual. What Tammy or Melissa told me that was your idea.
Yeah, it was. You know, Melissa and I both were close with our grandparents, and particularly our grandmas were around, longer. And it was just a cool. I thought it'd be neat to show this. You see something with a parent or with a friend or this or that, and I thought, well, I've never seen that. A story about a woman and her grandma, and how close they are, because Melissa and her grandmother were tremendously close.
That's what she said.
So. That was sort of the genesis of the idea, and then we took little bits and pieces of both of our grandmas and put them inside of Pearl, except for the boozing and the swinging parts. The rest was based on our grandparents, and then Susan brought what
Susan
she brings,
was great, yeah.
and
Yeah,
she
was.
brought such a depth to it.
Well, of course, in real life, Ben Falcone is married to Melissa McCarthy. Although Tammy is an over-the-top, somewhat very silly R-rated comedy, its box office success proves the popularity of Melissa and her strong supporting cast. Well, also opening today, it's a blockbuster, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, starring Gary Oldman. And I'm going to see you right here next Tuesday